I didn't get ready yet. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? And I'm up here talking. Look, I ain't even ready at all. I'm just, man, I'm all over the place. Sorry, y'all. Let me see. Here we go. All right. All right. The volume is good. I just went on the live because I was trying to do a set a time, but I'm just on. Just hope people see it. I don't know. Let me see it. Let me see, because I put the let's see if I'm live. Okay, so I'm live. Okay, cool, cool. All right, y'all. Just making sure I was good. Okay, what's up? My game's like a pop up live. Anyway, y'all, let's get right into it. So y'all know the NAACP, Hakeem Jeffrey, the CBC, they want to boycott these southern schools like Georgia, Alabama, Florida. You know what I'm saying? These top schools. Yeah, but let me tell y'all something right now. It's not gonna happen. Stop it, man. Let's get right into it. Here we go. Listen to your boy. Hold on.
Aimed at some of the biggest college sports programs in the country. So the campaign is called Out of Bounds, and it targets schools in 8 southern states, including powerhouse football programs like Alabama, Georgia, Texas, and Ole Miss. The NAACP says many of these universities they benefit heavily from Black athletes while largely remaining silent as Black voter power is being reduced in their states. The organization is also encouraging fans and alumni to redirect their donations to HBCUs. The campaign comes after the Supreme Court ruled against the Louisiana congressional map last month, a decision that, of course, weakened voting rights and advocates already saying that this is reshaping Black representation across the South. And now the Congressional Black Caucus, they are backing the effort of the NAACP. Let's listen to House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries.
This is an unprecedented moment featuring an
First off, why he sound like a Muppet baby? Let's continue.
unprecedented attack on Black political representation, and therefore it requires an unprecedented response. We are here standing in solidarity with the NAACP and its call for athletes to boycott institutions within the SEC that belong to states that have unleashed these Jim Crow-like racially oppressive tactics.
So listen, are they saying don't go to PWIs in the South, or are they saying don't go to SEC schools in the South? Like I'm trying to understand what they're saying exactly.
They want you to redirect your funds, redirect your money. They're calling on student athletes not to play for those schools, and perhaps if you can go to an HBCU or go to a different school that's not in the South.
Well, majority of HBCUs are in the South.
I think so. PWIs though.
PWIs, oh, I'm sorry, Char, PWIs.
Oh, gotcha,
so the schools that I named, like Ole Miss, a lot of Alabama State, a lot of those schools that have those powerhouse football teams and things like that, but haven't said anything about what's going on. So yes, they're wanting you to leave those schools and go to HBCUs, which are also in the South.
Gotcha.
The problem with that is we need more of our community to invest back in the HBCUs, right?
Thank you.
The reason that a lot of students don't want to go to a HBCU if they're thinking about playing professionally is one, of course, the eyes, right? There are more eyes on PWIs. There are bigger TV, bigger contracts. And not only that, even like what Master P said with his son, it said when I first went to a HBCU, but the facilities, the training facilities, the healing facilities to make sure that the players can actually rehab better are better at PWIs and not as great at some HBCUs.
So HBCUs have severe systemic funding.
Exactly. So we have to make sure that we can give back to those HBCUs so they can at least try to get on the same page of these PWIs to kind of level the playing field. Because if not, it's nothing you can do. And for an athlete, they need those facilities. Right. They need those training facilities. And if they can't train the same way as these PWIs, it makes it very difficult.
Perfume.com.
Yeah. Sorry about the commercial, y'all. But yeah, man. And let me, because I want to play I'm gonna look at the comments. Hold on. I'm gonna read the comments. Hold on, y'all. Just for a second. Oops, let me go back. Hold on. I want to read them comments. Let me see. Okay. So I want to play your boy what Jason Whitlock said. Check this out, y'all.
Athletes to avoid going to Southern schools, kind of targeting the SEC and just these schools that are in states where they're doing redistricting maps. This is all coming off of what happened here in Tennessee, where we redid the map, and no, the map doesn't now favor Memphis and them being able to put some white Jewish gay man as the representative of Black people. That's been eliminated, and Black people are just very upset that for 20 years they had a white Jewish gay man as the representative in the House, and now they've redrawn the map, and we will no longer have that very Black representation from the white Jewish gay man that had served Memphis for so long, for 20 years. Black people, the NAACP, the political class is up in arms about this. They're worried about this happening in Alabama and some of these other states where maps have been gerrymandered and drawn up in a way to favor Black voters and basically Democrats. It's not a Black thing. It's about favoring Democrats. Yeah. And so now the NAACP is saying, all right, we're going to fight back by demanding that these Black athletes not go to schools in the SEC or schools that have been that are going to be affected by this gerrymandering. Basically, avoid schools in the South. Let's play the clip.
In this moment when Black representation is under attack, it is important for the CBC to keep in their tradition of being the moral
Facts
of the Congress, but the moral of conscience of this country. No representation, no revenue, no one Black should be on a playing field of institutions that's living off of our labor, and yet in states that are seeking to reinstitute a sharecropping reality. It is not the responsibility of Black America to hold individuals who should know better accountable for doing better. As soon as the United States Congress stand united to ensure our Constitution represent all of us, we will be a better nation as a result. The NAACP this morning, in solidarity with the CBC, we are calling on athletes who are coming out of high school not to attend any state-funded schools of states that have moved to minimize our right to vote, to minimize our ability to elect candidates of our choice, and states that are seeking to create a sharecropping reality. Whether that state be Missouri or Mississippi, whether that state is South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, or Florida, 55% of all African Americans live in the former Confederate South. But the 55% of us who live in the former Confederate South, we will not tolerate a Confederate mentality on our labor, on our ability to contribute, and our ability to be to have representation. In this moment, our democracy is in crisis. This is not about partisanship. This is about true representation. And for the NAACP, we will fight with all we have in solidarity with the Congressional Black Caucus to ensure that we have representation, or if we don't, we will withhold the talent that play on the football field or on the basketball court, be them men or female, in this moment.
All right, let's bring Virgil Walker, Anthony Walker, and Dre Baldwin into this conversation. Virgil, I'm going to let you fire first. What do you think of this plan, ploy, plot? Will it work?
Sorry, y'all. Let that play out.
Ploy, plot, will it work?
The question is, work to what end? Like that's at the end of the day, that's the real question, right? They want players who've worked all their lives to achieve an opportunity to go to a four-year college of their choice and play football. They want them to be stripped of that opportunity in order to, I guess, hurt the institutions and cause the institutions to capitulate and do what exactly? Like, what's the goal? To bring awareness to what? What the Supreme Court did was to say that identifying Black majority populations and drawing districts around them, recognizing that Blacks for the most part vote 80% Democrat, would dilute that to some degree. I mean, that's what they said is not, they're no longer going to validate that, right? That's an unconstitutional approach. That's what I'm trying to say. That approach of seeing Blacks in a specific geography, marking a line around them, and then establishing that as their ability to be represented is not constitutional. We're no.
Yeah, I'm reading my sister said. Interesting topic. Is it true the PWIs are more equipped, but at the same time, a lot of people in Black race turning their back on the HBCUs or felt like their kids had a better shot at PWIs. But at the same time, HBCUs do need to get their facilities back up to speed, and Black athletes don't have to go there for a better opportunity. Yeah, that's facts, man. Like I say, all these Black people who be leaving these HBCUs, you don't put money back. White boys put money back in their community. I'm sorry, y'all. It's a fact. We can yell all that HBCU pride all we want. My daughter went to HBCU, or she's still technically in it, but she's doing it online. And she told me some stuff she didn't like, you know what I'm saying? But I leave that with the family talk. But yeah, like I say, you get the NIL deals at the big schools like UGA, Florida, Alabama, you know what I'm saying? South Carolina play. You get those deals. You get them $1-2 million. They ain't giving them deals like that at the HBCUs. Black people love that feel good music. We do. We love that feel good music. We love symbolism. It doesn't work anymore. And I don't know why the Democrats keep on talking about Jim Crow and slavery, the stuff that happened almost 70 years ago. Them tactics don't work, man. And I don't too much care everything for what Jason Whitlock be saying, but they got a point. Let's play some more.
Constitutional. We're no longer going to be judged by the color of our skin, but by the content of character. And as a result, that was voted by the Supreme Court as unconstitutional. So what are the players who are not going to school what is that going to result in? It's not going to overturn anything that the Supreme Court did. It's not going to change the gerrymandering that's been happening on both sides of the political landscape. It's not going to change any of that. So the Black players are to give up all of that for what? It's absolutely unclear, and it makes no sense. We're going to sacrifice our kids for the purpose of politicians maintaining their power. This is ludicrous. I mean, this is absolutely foolish.
Anthony, your take.
I agree with Virgil. It really sidesteps whatever the argument that one might have. It sidesteps that argument. If you're arguing against gerrymandering, which again, people will have a position either way on that. And as Virgil just pointed out, it's been used throughout history on both sides. Then make that the argument. But one of the things that most troubles me about this approach is it is seen that our most valuable commodity or our chance to make any kind of political response is through Black athletes and entertainers, as if that is our highest goal as Black people. We are seen, or we even see ourselves as the most impact that we can make is through an athlete, a star athlete, or an entertainer. Biblically, Paul tells us in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, we ought to, aspire to live a quiet life. And
so anyway, y'all, I'm gonna go 2 minutes a lot. I'm not playing the whole thing, but anyway, the main thing is this, y'all. Just gonna keep it real. Black students are not gonna stop going to PWIs. They going to get the bag. A lot of them come from single homes or either families that's I can't even get it out of my head, y'all. Families that low income families, but mainly a lot of them come from single mothers, and these guys are trying to help their mom. You feel me? So if the HBCUs got something better to offer them, so be it. But it's just a bunch of talk. That being said, I'm out here. Make sure y'all like, share. See you on the next one.